Hello, everyone. As you see right here, Samoa Joe, but Samoa Joe wasn't on AEW Dynamite. These two men were MJF and his friend Sean Spears, the chairman, as they watch Warlow decimate another opponent. MJF is trying to feed. We'll talk about that coming up on the AEW Dynamite Ring Report, as well as the Inspiration, aka known as the Iconics in WWE, but the Inspiration from Impact Wrestling announced that they are no longer going to be wrestling. We'll get to the latest on that and why they had a change of heart on why they wanted to leave the square circle. Plus two, we found out that CM Punk will be challenging Heyman Adam Page for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk, the championship, that's excluding him that he wants once he came back to wrestling for nearly 7 years. This could be a story that many people will be talking about in the coming weeks. We can see it coming up, as well as Chris Jericho scared for his life, as you see right here. Eddie Kingston confronting Jericho. What's going on with that? And plus, two, the TNT Championship was online, as you see right here. Scorpio Sky reclaim the TNT Championship. All this and more when the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Ring Report as the Dynamite Show starts right now. Hello, everyone. This is Kendra Dix here. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. Thank you all once again. So, like we said, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here. The Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. As you see right here, MJF and Warlow watching you know who. Warlow. Warlow destroy you know who. And Warlow has destroyed was in action. But we'll talk about Warlow coming up later in the show. But let's get started with news with went FTR went against each other. Yes, FTR, Dax, and forgot that dude named Dax and Dash went against each other in a instant classic, playing suit to Bret the Hitman Hart and Owen Hart, that infamous WrestleMania 10 match. What was the opening match? Well, it was brother versus brother, which you could kind of tell it was sort of sense like a brother versus brother in the match. They was trying to recreate that match, that historic match from 1994. They did so with Dax getting the win, advanced to the Owen Hart Cup. Dax winning and Dax keeping up. It was just competition, but it was like friendly competition. But we know I kind of figured Dax was gonna win because he wanted it more than Dash did. But they put the rumors to rest about the WWE interest. Neither of them ain't going to WWE right now. They getting more airtime on AEW than they is on WWE. So I can't see that, but we'll see. Speaking of their pinnacle brethren, MJF and Sean Spears, you can tell FTR gonna turn babyface eventually one day. We got rid of Tony Blanchard. I guess that project didn't work, and then the Ring of Honor project. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'll tell you my details on what I think Tony Khan should do with Ring of Honor. Well, as you see right here, MJF and Sean Spears discussing who's Warlow's next opponent was going to be. We know that MJF paid off Jake the Snake Roberts for the Lance Archer to tackle Warlow. Well, MJF and Sean Spears had a bird's eye view in the cheap seats, but it didn't turn out the way they planned, as Warlow destroyed Lance Archer. They're building Warlow up slowly but surely. And Warlow getting the win. And Warlow looks for his next opponent. Next opponent next week is going to be more devastating. Warlow going to go against Big Cass. So Warlow and Big Cass next week Warlow continue on winning over MJF as we coming from the weeks to come on that. MJF start blaming Warlow for his problem with CM Punk losing. Speaking of CM Punk will be in a championship match. Finally, the AEW championship will be online. CM Punk will take on Heyman Adam Page. There's been reports that Adam Page has got COVID, but he couldn't appear. So Adam Page will go against CM Punk for the AEW World Championship. CM Punk made a heartfelt, passionate promo that he's coming back, and he came back. He wants to win the AEW Championship, and this is CM Punk's moment. CM Punk's moment in the sun. As CM Punk become a AEW champion, he done it before in WWE as the WWE champion one time. Once considered the longest reigning champion in the modern era. Now CM Punk is back, going through all comers. He went through MJF. He went through Eddie Kingston. He went through a lot of people, and now he gets the opportunity to take on Heyman Adam Page for the World Heavyweight Championship at Double or Nothing Sunday, May 29th. That's going to be a match that everyone wants to see and everybody was going to be talking about. As you see right here, these are the rankings right now. Heyman Adam Page, the world champion, Sammy Guevara, the TNT champion, Thunder Rosa, the women's champion, Jade Cargill, the TBS champion, the Jungle Boy Luchasaurus, the world tag team champions. We found out that Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks, who gained the upper advance, they want to challenge the world tag team champions, Jungle Boy Luchasaurus. Serena Deeb, I'm seeing that she had her match later tonight, and she might get a chance to go against Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's Championship down the road. That might be Thunder Rosa's next opponent. Jade Cargill took down what's her name? Serena something. I think Nyla Rose might be next in line for a championship match. Scorpio Sky, we'll talk about that with Sammy Guevara was the main event. CM Punk. It looks like they're going by a good base chart system. I don't see FTR challenging for the titles, but hey, anything's possible. Also, too, the trios are back. Penta, Phoenix, and Pac all reunited. The Dark Angels are back in full force, and I'm guessing one day AEW is going to be creating these trio 6-man tag team titles eventually. So look for that coming down the road. Trios tag team championship. I can see them in the trios match as the could be in the tournament or something sooner rather than later. Also too, the Blackpool Club featuring Daniel Bryan, Jimmy Utah, who's in his hometown, and John Moxley took down QT Marshall and his group. I don't know what's going on. I guess they're trying to push the established veterans and then the younger veteran to be tagged or linked in with them. And William Regal some commentary, and Regal called Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone by their names and called Excalibur the man with the man with a mask. Well, we'll see. But I think they do a trio tag team tournament. I think these might be the two heavy favorites if you consider. So we'll see that. Or perhaps with Chris Jericho and his team and Eddie Kingston and his team with Santana Ortiz, Jericho a little bit frightened right now that he had that face-to-face confrontation with Kingston. Kingston didn't seem impressed. Kingston looked like he wants to knock Jericho's teeth out, and Jericho looking petrified and in fear. But at the end, Jericho and his group, the Jericho Appreciation Society, attacked Kingston and his team, and Jericho lit a fireball on Kingston. I guess you can tell Jim Cornette's going to be talking about that this weekend. on his podcast. I tell you right now. Also, too, we know that next week on Dynamite, the Rana Perazzo, at least I got it right, Tony Giovanni. Deanna Perazzo, the Ring of Honor Women's Champion, will make her Dynamite appearance to take on Mercedes Martinez, the interim Women's Champion, to unify the Women's Championship, the crown of undisputed Ring of Honor Women's Champion. We'll see that next week, title for title. Who's going to be leaving as the undisputed Ring of Honor Women's Champion? We'll find out next week. Plus, two, Darby Allin and Shirt Squirrel Swickman finna feud. They finna feud, and they're finna start their feud on Dynamite sooner rather than later. So tell them with that. All right, and then two, well, you saw Nia Rose made a comment. This is what Hangman Page had wrote. Hangman said that Dynamite is tonight 8 p.m. on TBS. I will not be there because I'm facing full COVID snot. So he's had COVID. But Hangman Page has a championship defense against CM Punk in the coming weeks, in the coming month. That he'll defend his championship against CM Punk, who's looking for gold at Double or Nothing. And it could be Double or Nothing for CM Punk heading into it. Also, too, Scorpio Sky emerged victorious in that hellacious ladder match. Sammy Guevara, one day he might not be able to walk again if he keeps on doing what he's doing. But Sammy Guevara came a little bit short, and Scorpio Sky retained and emerged the new TNT champion. So congratulations to Scorpio Sky. A lot of people are saying it's some way down the road, Scorpio Sky is gonna be the baby face, and he's gonna have to him and Ethan Page gonna have to break up, and they'll be the ones that feud. Dan Lambert being a baby face, and he really ain't supposed to be that, but hey, we'll see. All right. Like I said, that's gonna end the Pro Wrestling Show AEW Ring Report. Let's move forward quickly at the wrestling hot topics. On wrestling hot topics this week, we're finding out and we're sad that the Inspiration, the former Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champions, are going to call it quits in wrestling for now. That's what they wrote this letter right here, and they wrote in a press release that they are they will be indefinitely stepping away from in-ring Ashley. I don't know if this like they're retiring from wrestling or they just don't want to do wrestling no more and find other ways. Well, President Scott D'Amore said that the Inspiration had been a great part of Impact's knockout the roster and wonderful to work with. Scott son, but saying they're incredibly talented performers and everyone Impact wishes them success in the future. So we don't know where the Inspiration might go, what this might lead to, but I mean, I guess the Impact thing really didn't turn out the way they thought, and Impact was glad to work with them. So only time will tell on that one. Also, too, Jinder Mahal, his character on Big Sky got killed off. So I haven't seen it, but I need to watch it and see what it's all about going forward with Jinder Mahal on there. I don't know if he looks like he's playing like a bodyguard or something, but time will tell on that. What else happened? Kelly in her bathing suit. She's the pick of the week, I guess, in her bathing suit. So the sexy, gorgeous Kelly looking gorgeous than ever. Her bathing suit. You ever wonder she's still young to do WWE, but I guess she just don't want to do it in her prime right now. Because she said she made all her money. All right. All right. That's gonna end it right there. We're gonna leave you with this picture of Scorpio Sky, merged the TNT champion, regaining the championship once again. So, for me being Kendra Dixon, so long, and thank you for watching the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. We'll see you Friday for SmackDown and other on the Pro Wrestling Show weekend. See you later.